our plans for next season have started last September, actually, when we announced the appointment of Dave Rennie. And as you've seen from the current Super Rugby campaign, his Chiefs are doing really, really well, and Dave's looking forward to joining us. He's actually been in the same room with Gregor Townsend and Dan McFarlane and myself talking about recruitment and planning for the new season. Stuart Ewell was part of that meeting as well, and it was just really unique meeting to have kind of your outgoing coaches and your incoming coaches in the room all wanting the same thing and all discussing the same thing, which is success for Glasgow Warriors.
How important has it been to have had Dave involved in all the recruitment discussions right from the very start?
I think it's been unique, but it's been really helpful in that we can get his opinion and his views. He's got a different perspective as well on what he's looking for next season, the way he wants to play, also some players that he wants to attract or bring into the club, the type of players he's looking for. So that has been a real benefit to us. Also, having said that, Gregor has been, Glasgow through and through until the very last day. He's been heavily involved, and just shows you how much the club means to him, how much he's cared, that he's been putting in the time and effort on Glasgow's recruitment right throughout the process as well.
When do you expect Dave Rennie to be here? And before he gets here, who's going to be leading pre-season training?
So Jason O'Halloran and John Humphreys have come in from Scotland. Jason's a hugely experienced attack coach who's going to be leading the backs, and John Humphreys you won't have a more experienced individual in the Pro 12 as a player and as a coach, both international caliber coaches. So they'll be leading preseason training and getting the guys ready for the new season. Dave will get here as soon as the Chiefs finish Super Rugby. He's got a game against the Lions on the 20th of June, which will be really exciting for him. And the Super Rugby finals are the 6th of August. So for Dave's sake, we hope his team is involved in that, and we see him just about a week after that.
Have you got all your plans done, and are they in place for pre-season? Are you expecting some pre-season fixtures? Is all that in place, or is there still work to be done?
The pre-season planning is pretty much finalized. We have a couple of questions yet unanswered about the fixtures. We're working to get some fixtures up here in Scotland, and news on that will be forthcoming just when we've answered those final questions.
Can you tell us a little bit about your recruitment plans and the process that you've been going through as you look ahead to the new season?
Well, I think the first thing was to re-sign the key players for us that we wanted to stay on board for next season. So getting Stuart Hogg's signature was a real boost to the club, and also a second British line in Tommy Seymour was another big boost. You look at Scotland internationals like Henry Pyrgos, Peter Horn, Alex Dunbar, Tim Swinson. I think there was 14 in total guys who've committed to staying at the club. Getting a guy like Hugh Jones was a big signing for us. He's come on the scene with Scotland recently and really impressed. Ollie Kebble is highly rated in South Africa. We're getting great feedback on him from South Africa and what a benefit he's going to be to Scottish rugby. Adam Hastings is a good young Scottish standoff, and he's got some premiership experience now, which he'll bring to the club. And then you're looking at Callum Gibbons, who is a player that Dave Rennie rates really highly, from New Zealand, coming from Super Rugby in New Zealand, who's going to bring a little something different to the club. You then look at the academy, and this year we've had 5 players graduate from the academy, which is outstanding. Lewis Wynn, Matt Smith graduate during the season, and then next year we're looking forward to Jamie Batty, George Horn, and Patrick Kelly. So the academy is providing some really strong group of young players for us.
How many more players do you think is required to get the squad ready for the new season?
We're looking at about 3 right now, maybe 4 new players yet to come in, and we're looking at, again, typically we do tend to, under Gregor, he's been able to unearth some maybe players who are a little bit underrated where they've been, and bring them here into our environment and culture, and see those players really grow and progress. We want to win. We're an ambitious club, and we want to do everything we can to win. And this past season, we've invested more than we've ever invested in the squad. And for next season, we've been supported really well by Scottish Rugby to invest more again. And we're fighting every day to try to increase that investment and give us every chance we can to win next season. Part of that is we've got to pay for that. We've got to find creative ways to fund this team and to keep the club growing and keep the club progressing. And part of that is looking at our existing support base. We have a waiting list of people who want to become season ticket members. Our season tickets are still very reasonable. compared to other top clubs in the UK and Ireland. And we looked at that and we just made a decision that we wanted to continue to grow and invest in the team. You also see the investment put in some of the physical infrastructure as well. This past season we invested in a new 3G pitch. We were able to increase capacity. We added expanded stands. We added a third stand to the stadium. And those are some of our, we want to continue to invest not just in the players on the field. We've invested more in the coaching for next year, and we want to continue to invest in the club to keep this club growing and progressing.
There's obviously a huge demand for tickets. Are there plans in place to look at making the stadium bigger and getting more seats and getting more supporters in the door?
We had 500 tickets. We went out and told supporters that we were going to have maybe 500 tickets available for the final game of the season against Edinburgh, and we asked supporters to register their interest in those tickets. We had over 4,000 people wanting those 500 tickets. So it just shows the demand that we've got currently for tickets, and for people that want to support Glasgow Warriors here at Scotstoun is tremendous. So we're aware of that. We've had a number of really positive discussions with Glasgow Life and Glasgow City Council about our ambitions as a club, and they've been very positive. The city are very much behind the success of Glasgow Warriors. They feel we're a real benefit to the city, and we're looking at how we can create some improved facilities to help us kind of meet that demand and keep the club growing.